welcome back to The Practice Life. I am Sherry Solata, your host, if you will. Here's what I love about living a consciously practiced life. I really get to see the difference between my life now, today, and the decades when all of my practices were very unconscious. And that's the big revelation, that we're always practicing. We have patterns, well practiced patterns of ways of being in the world. And somebody just said this to me the other day, which I thought was utterly profound, that what our lives can end up being is just endless replay of patterns and reactions. So we're basically just living the same story over and over and over again until we decide to be disruptive, to just disrupt the patterns and the practices, the unconscious practicing we've been doing, and turn in a new direction. And the easiest way I have found to do that is by adding micro practices into your life. All these episodes are about that. So today this is episode 30. I'm calling it Spin Straw into Gold, but start at the beginning, because I have such enthusiasm for a consciously practiced life, because it's made such a difference in my own life and the lives of so many women around the world that I've been working with. It's a conversation we're having about bringing consciousness to our daily lives. So what do I mean by spin straw into gold? Well, it's about the realization that it is, I have mighty, mighty powers, and so do you. But mighty powers, mighty powers. I can make or break anything. I can spin straw into gold, or I can take gold and turn it into straw. I mean, that is how powerful I am. That's how powerful you are. Here's a perfect example. So I was talking to my wonderful neighbor, Tina. We were out back on our terraces, and we were having this beautiful chat about this place we moved to, this beautiful series of hamlets and villages that we moved to. She moved, I just met her here. She moved in next to me. And so we're having this conversation about how fortunate that we followed the breadcrumbs and found ourselves in a place that fits like just with coziness and support, in the middle of a forest in beautiful nature, with a forward-thinking community and lots of interesting conversations with people who've moved here from all over the world. So amazing place, founded by a visionary of placemaking. It's an amazing, 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 amazing place. I mean, I wake up and I can't believe how lucky I am that I found my way here. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Tracy, who's in the support system, one of my membership groups. She's the one who sent me the website. Thank you, Tracy. We are cooperative components for each other. That's another story. So Tina and I are talking about how lucky we are, how amazing this is, how did this happen? The timing is perfect, especially as these times are calling for us to go and do the internal work. I put myself in the perfect place for that. And I was saying, cautionary tale, cautionary tale, and I'm speaking out loud. I could take this beautiful place, this unbelievable community, everything about it I love so much, and within a week's time, I could take this gold and turn it into straw by deciding to fault find and complain and grouse. And I was saying to my neighbor, Tina, when I hear, you know, in any community, there's going to be a resident or two that is the, the resident fault finder. And when I hear those conversations, I literally turn and walk the other way without judgment. Everybody gets to do what they want to do, but without judgment. But here's what I know. I don't want to get a piece of that story. I don't want to get a piece of that energy. I would much rather be a blesser. I would much rather say, listen, I will can help make this great. I want to contribute to the greatness of this place. I don't want to put myself in a jury box and be a detractor, because within a week's time I could be like, well, this isn't so great. This isn't right, and this isn't right, and this isn't right. Instead, I want to spin straw into gold, because no matter where we are in our lives, no matter our relationships, our jobs, where we live, anything, we can look for the straw and begin to spin it into gold. We can look for the things that are working. We can look for the things that we love. We can look for the things that we appreciate. And our experience of those things changes dramatically. We now become a magnet for the good stuff. So spinning straw into gold is another way of saying you got to manage your energy. That is the work. That is the number one job. You can do all your lists and your vision boards and your this and your that, and and you're just wasting the wax in your crayons. You're wasting the wax in your crayons unless you're doing the energy work. I've been a longtime student of Abraham Hicks, as I know many of you are. And Abraham, the secrets of the universe can be contained in 3 words, Abraham said one time. Manage your mood. Oh my gosh, I just thought that was so brilliant. So brilliant. Manage your mood. Manage your mood, which means spin straw into gold. Look for what's working. Look for things that delight your eye. Look for more things to appreciate. First of all, this is how you change your life. You start practicing that way of moving through your daily life becomes just a delicious bedazzlement of wonder. This is also how you change the world. What is culture? Culture is the amalgamation of all of our energies together. You want to change the world? It isn't going to be wringing your hands all over the place in a worried fret. You want to change the world? Manage your mood. Do the energy work. Make sure that you are looking for things to appreciate, things to love about the world as it is right now. Then your energy is contributing in a positive way to the energy of the world. Um, there is a there's an energy set. We all have energy set points. We've worked on it for a long time. If you think you're unlucky, if you think things don't go your way, your energy set point is low. And that means you are going to be a magnet to more experiences that confirm the fact that you're unlucky and things don't go your way. But once you begin to practice putting yourself in the receiving mode by managing your mood and doing the energy work, hey, here's what's working in my life. Hey, here's are the things I'm loving right now. Hey, here are the things I'm appreciating right now. Next thing you know, you're in the receiving mode. You're around satisfaction. I'm satisfied. Eager for more, always, but I'm satisfied. I'm content. Eager for more, always, but I'm content. I'm satisfied. That is the beginning of the receiving mode, where you become a match, a magnet to everything that you want to call into your life. And all of a sudden, the universe can start delivering because you're on the same frequency as those glorious things you want, that glorious next version of you, that glorious next version of your life. So, Sherry, what happens when the bottom falls out? Some hard thing happens, the bottom falls out. What do I do? What's my energy work? And I would say this, here's what I've learned. At the very minimum, get yourself to neutral. And I usually do that by coaching myself. I'll just say, there. I just soothe myself. There. It's going to be okay. This too shall pass. All is well. All will be well. All will be well again. And then I would gradually get myself to the point where I can say, here's what I'm appreciating now. Here's what I'm loving in my life right now. Here's what's working in my life right now. And even if I have to go to the water's coming out of my faucet as one of my, here's what's working now, it's okay. That's okay. Go as small as you have to go in order to begin to move your energy to a more neutral position. Someone asked me this morning at meditation when I was talking about this very thing. But what do we do when we have these really hard, big feelings? Well, I mean, you don't want to just mash over them. You want to feel your feelings, but the difference is we don't want to wallow. We don't want to wallow. It's like, I'm feeling blue, I'm feeling upset, I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling hurt. Let me allow that energy to move through me. Let me coach myself through it. Let me get myself back to neutral. Now let me move myself up to satisfaction or contentment at a bare minimum. And if I can get beyond that, great. We are spinners. We are so powerful. We are so mighty in our ability to spin people, places, and things. So why not learn how to spin straw into gold instead of taking the gold in your life and just shredding it into straw? That's what I realized for me. I was a gold shredder for many, many, many years. I'd start off strong, but all of a sudden I would hear the grousing, and the dopamine hit of venting and grousing would be too irresistible. I'd find it too delicious. But here's what I would say today. Not delicious anymore, because what feels really great and really delicious, really yummy, like more of this, is living a consciously practiced life, doing the energy work, maintaining my vibration, so my life is a constant flow of the good stuff. I am a magnet for the good stuff. I have agency. I have choice. I am the queen of my world. And I can take full responsibility for what's happening in every moment because I have now acknowledged and demonstrated to myself my mighty powers. It's your number one job. Manage your mood. Thanks for listening, everybody. And let me say this. These practices are easier to do when we do them together. So I invite you to go to the free front porch of my network and start using some of those practices we offer for free. Morning Magic is one of my favorites. It's a way to start your day in less than 3 minutes. Go to sherrysalata.com/free network. Put in your info. Set yourself up. You can listen to the podcast there. You can do the practices there. You can be in community with other people who are having this very conversation. We do free events in there. There's a library of replays, all kinds of stuff. sherrysalata.com/free network. I'll see you next time.